Alrighty, we haven't done a cooking video in a while, so we got some spaghetti squash, whoop whoop, and we're gonna get this bad boy started. I started in the microwave. Caitlin Dupre, my new sister-in-law, actually got me doing that. So you start it in the microwave just to make it go faster, and then you can eat it right out of the microwave, but we're gonna fancify it and put it in the oven for a bit, so stay tuned. This is your first time making spaghetti squash. This is what it looks like after you cut it open, which I think is the hardest part sometimes. Now we are going to scoop out all of the inside seeds here. You want to leave the meat, scoop out the guts, kind of like when you are carving a pumpkin. So I cut it in half long ways first. Now we are going to degut it. Now that he's been degutted, please ignore my messy stove, because you can tell I cook. I put it in a casserole dish like this, I guess. And I'm going to pour water into the casserole dish, about that much at the bottom. Point is, you want to steam it. If you don't have a casserole dish that will fit it, you can put them on a plate and then also put a glass in the microwave, but you need to create steam. So we're going to put it in the microwave, and I'm going to start with 15 minutes and come from there. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil here, but not much. If I was microwave cooking it and serving it, I would probably do a lot more seasoning and olive oil, but we are going to fancify it later when it goes in the oven. Okay, so I did 15 minutes, and then we're going to check. You can see how it's pulling away a little bit on the top, but it's still really hard here. This is a big spaghetti squash. So we're going to set this guy back up and do probably about another 10 minutes so that things are just kind of falling right off. Alrighty, so I have taken them out of the casserole dish into here because we are going to let them cool so they'll be a little easier to work with. But you can see it's just peeling right off now. So it is good. So we're going to let them cool a little bit. And we're going to start prepping some of the fancifying. So in this bowl, I put a little olive oil on the bottom, and I used my good olive oil. You should always have one olive oil that you're just using for frying chicken, and one that you use for seasoning things and cooking things in bread dip. This is my good one. So good olive oil in, and then I've got some chopped up pepper. I like it big. You do however you want. Some tomatoes, and I have 3 cloves of whole garlic. We are now going to spaghetti this dude and then add it in. Okay, let's see if I can do a little bit of this one-handed. You pretty much just want to hold the spaghetti squash with the hand that's holding the phone at the moment, and then just keep raking down. And you will start to, for lack of a better word, spaghettify it like this. And you can go all the way down to the shell. And then once you get it down, you can honestly eat it just like this out of the microwave. I just would have seasoned it more. But like I said, we're fancifying it, so today it's going to go in the casserole dish. We have gotten all the spaghetti out of the spaghetti squashes. Now we are going to add some olive oil on top and really coat it nicely so nothing sticks. And I'm going to do some adobe seasoning, salt, pepper, and a new secret seasoning that I just got. I'm so excited to try. We'll do that last. So excited to show you what I have. I just got this at the Garlic Festival. Black garlic and truffle salt. It was $15 for this little thing because it's truffles, but it's amazing. Truffles have a very strong taste, and this shit's expensive, so we're gonna not go too heavy with the salt. We can always add more later. That should be good. It has little holes in the side that you twist the top so the salt comes out. And then final thing we're adding to this, goat cheese, garlic and herb goat cheese. You do not need cheese. It'll work without cheese, but who doesn't love cheese? The goat cheese blobs are in. I'm going to use my big-ass toaster oven to put it in. It's on 350. We'll check it in 15 minutes and mix it up, and I'm thinking it's going to need at least 25 minutes. And meanwhile, while this is going, we'll work on the chicken. Wait, what? Did you think this was a vegetarian dish? Get real. Balsamic chicken coming your way. Chicken we just cubed. We put some olive oil in a pan. If I'm being honest, we accidentally put a little too much olive oil in said pan, but it's all right. And then we seasoned it with adobe, some garlic powder, salt, pepper. Like I said, cooking olive oil is cheaper. I don't need the fancy shit for this because you're not going to taste it. This is the point of the video where I tell you every single fucking thing you see me cooking with today, except for the fancy truffle salt, is from Aldi's. Proving once again that you can ball on a budget. Those of you who have been watching my videos for a while know one of my favorite sayings is from Gordon Ramsay himself, no color, no flavor. So you can see how these are getting a nice golden brown to them, especially that one doesn't want to stay on, right there. That's not burning, that is literally flavor. So you just kind of want to flip them and make sure that they're all getting a little flavor. But they look like we're almost ready for the balsamic. Whoop, whoop, I love balsamic. It's balsamic glazed chicken. So by this point, the chicken should be already cooked, pretty much. Sometimes I do a slow cook balsamic, and that I'll put it on the chickens like halfway, but this we're glazing. So we're going to take balsamic, again from Aldi's, and in we go. Hear that sizzle. Let it rip. You need more than you think you do because it's got to thicken up, and you still want to be able to have a little bit of a sauce. So you're going to leave it on high like it is right now for just like a minute or two, and then we're going to turn it down because we don't want to burn the balsamic, but we do want to. You can see how it's already like pulling away from what is this thing called? The pan. So I can tell just from looking at it, I need more sauce. Like I said, you need more than you think you do. This is not, like, I could use a half a bottle making this. There we go. Now everybody's gonna get coated because I kind of want, cut off. But I turned it down to pretty low, as you can see here. And I added even more balsamic because now we're just gonna let this stuff cook in here very slowly until we're done. I sometimes do whole garlic cloves in here, and it's delish, but since I put whole garlic cloves in the spaghetti squash and I used garlic powder and the salt, I think I've incorporated enough garlic, even for me. So we are gonna let this boil down. If it starts to get too thin, we can add more because we want to have a little bit for our sauce, but we do want to let it thicken up a little bit. This has been going for about 10 minutes, so I took it out so we could take a look. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to get it all mixed, and then it's going to go back in. The tomatoes are still really hard, and I want them to, if not pop, at least soften quite a bit. So yeah, I'm going to mix it all up. I might add a tiny bit more oil. Usually if I'm making this with real pasta, I'd add pasta water, which I'm going to think on that. But yeah, this is going to get mixed up and go back into the oven. Turn the chicken off. I could let it reduce down farther, but I want to leave a little balsamic to go on top of my pasta. I decided instead of putting more olive oil or water in the pasta before, I will just leave a little extra balsamic. So we're just going to let this sit now and rest. And then in our toaster oven, we have the stuff going. Give it like another, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I am calling her done. Could I have maybe let her go a little longer? Sure. Am I going to? No, I'm hungry. Choice. You can leave the tomatoes whole if they didn't pop, or you can pop them. I pop them because I absolutely hate when I go to bite into one and I get squirted in the mouth with crazy hot tomato. I have burnt my mouth too many times doing that, so no thank you. Also smush down those garlic cloves if you see them. There's one here. So it also creates a better sauce for the tomato, not for the tomato, for the pasta when you bother to squish the tomatoes. So I'm going to go around and squish all the cloves and the tomatoes. BRB. Hey folks, we're truly almost done. I popped the tomatoes and mixed it, and you can see the liquid coming out of the tomatoes really helped us create this great sauce. Your choice now. Eat it just like this if you want veggie mode. Serve the chicken on top of it. Serve chicken to the side, or mix it all the fuck in. I like everything just mixed in. We're going to mix the chicken in here. I did reseason it, by the way. I put a little more of my truffle salt in, and then just some more regular salt and pepper. Need a little love. So the chicken and balsamic in. As you can see, the color is not so pretty once you do that. It kind of becomes a brown. So maybe if you're making it for other people, serve the chicken on the side. But for me, it's yummy this way. Went to pour the chicken in, drop 3 pieces on the floor. We now have some very happy cats eating said chicken. But we're going to plate it up. So we are good. I topped it with a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. There's enough in here for at least 2 more meals, if not 3 more meals. I made quite a bit. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. This one did take longer to make than others, and there is more steps, but what I like about it is you don't really babysit this meal. You chop it all up, you throw it together, you check on it once in a while, but you can get shit done while doing it. So though it took me like an hour and a half to put together, I wasn't standing here babysitting it for an hour and a half. So find your joy, find your yummy food, have a great night.